Hello everyone, my name is Jazz. Welcome back to my channel. This video is all about how I'm setting up my brand new bullet journal for the year of 2020. I have watched a whole lot of these videos in preparation for this, and I decided to go with the Lemome A5 dot grid notebook. I think this is a really high quality notebook for only about $15. And I also bought the Tombow Fudenosuke brushes that come in a set of a hard tip and a soft tip to do some calligraphy. And I'm also going to be using the Pigma Microns that come in this pack of 5 or 6. I think it also comes with a little brush pen and a white gel pen, as well as some Crayola Supertips just to have some colors. I've never actually used a bullet journal before, but I did actually use my planner for the entire year last year, so I thought I would upgrade to an actual bullet journal this year since it's something I've been interested in for a couple of years now. And I did lightly pencil in everything before making this video just so it would go a little bit quicker, and everything was already planned out. So I'm starting on the inside front cover with a key. This is the normal bullet journal key that you can find when you go to like the official bullet journal page. I'm just gonna start out pretty plain with that. I know people kind of evolve the keys to be how they want, but I'm just gonna start with the original for now. And on the right hand side, I just wrote, "This book belongs to Jazz." This next page is still a cover page. It doesn't have any dots to it, so I decided to just write 2020 on there and make it a kind of front illustration to the book. And for most of this section, most of these headers, I'm using the soft-tipped Tombow brush pen. It's a little bit fatter, a little bit thicker. And on the right hand side of that page, I am putting the index. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be using this. It seems like a lot of people tend to abandon them, which I can totally see myself doing, but I thought I would at least give myself one page and start using it, and if I abandon it, so be it. But that is what the original bullet journal suggests to do. Here my camera cut off without me realizing, so the next two pages I made a vision board where I'm going to just put in any like pictures or jot down any things that I aspire to do this year, any goals or big plans, but it did cut out me drawing that one in, so I apologize for that. And the next spread is going to be the future log, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically all of the month calendars laid out. Since this is kind of a work as you go type of a planner, you don't necessarily have all of your months out until you actually get to that month. So this is the place to jot down anything for future months. And then as you plan out those months, when you get to them, you can refer back to this log for any important dates or events that you know are coming up. So I tried to speed through this part as much as I could, but I do just write out the numbers for each month as well as the days of the month at the top, and then I leave space beneath each one so that I can add any events or dates that are important to note. And now I'm just taking a thinner pen and creating little boxes around each month to kind of separate them off on the page. Absolutely unnecessary, but I thought it would look cool. Also, I really apologize for my grotesque head that just keeps sticking its way into this video. I had no idea how to film this, so I apologize. This spread definitely took me the longest to make. As you can see, I could only fit 6 months to a page, so this did take me 2 full spreads to do for the entire year, and I just made them exactly the same. Next, I am making a grid spacing cheat sheet. I saw this in a lot of other people's videos. They said it was really helpful for setting up pages. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what measurements will be helpful for me yet, since I haven't really done this before, so I'm not sure. But I just did halves, quarters, and thirds on the page, and then if I find that I need anything else more useful, I'll add it in there. But it seemed like a pretty useful spread to have. For the right side of this spread, I just wanted to make it a quote page. I just looked up inspiring quotes online and I really liked this one a lot. It's pretty cheesy, but I am actually pretty proud of the layout of it because I made it up myself. I just kind of doodled it out with pencil first, and I really like how it ended up turning out. So I thought if I do refer back to this grid sheet a lot, it'd be nice to have a little inspiring quote on the right side to also see a lot. So that's why I did that there. And it says, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." This next page I labeled things to check out, and below that I just split it into 4 columns for TV shows, movies, books, and podcasts. This is going to be a place where I just jot down things that I hear that sound interesting that I want to check out later. It's actually stuff like this that really drew me into the whole bullet journal concept, because I like the idea of having a physical place to write down everything that I tend to just try to keep jumbled in my head. I'm not very good at finding a good app for these types of things, and physically writing things out just works a lot better for me anyway. So I'm really looking forward to having a spread like this with me all the time now. And then on the opposite page, I just wrote wish list at the top, and that is going to be also a place to write down things that I know I want to buy in the future, or things I want to save up for, stuff like that. My camera did shut out again, so I actually missed a spread in between here where I had written date ideas on one side and YouTube ideas on the other. Again, just a physical place where I can write things down that I want to remember for a later date, so it's not all jumbled in my head. And then on this one is going to be my monthly expenses and my debt tracker, which I filled out in more detail later. But it's basically just a place to have everything that I have to pay, all my bills each month, and then a way to track paying off my debt, which is something I'm really trying to focus on this year. So I thought those would be really important pages for me. This one, I am actually making a period tracker. I've never done this before, but it's something I've always been interested in doing, and I saw it in somebody else's bullet journal video. I thought it might be cool to have a visual representation of when I get my period each month through the year, so that's what that is for right there. I just have the months across the top and the days 1 through 31 on the side. And then on the opposite page to that, I wrote login info. I plan to have all my login and password information there, and I think I'm going to do something clever with an envelope or some kind of picture overlay, so it's not just right there for anyone to flip through and find, but it's still there in a physical form where I know I can easily find it. And this next spread is 3 pages in total, but it's my year in photos. I saw Amanda Rach Lee do this, and I thought it was just so cute, especially because I have an Instax camera and I hardly ever use it. So I thought this would be a way to try to get my camera out more and pick a photo from each month that I really liked and just paste it in my little journal here. So I really like that idea. I'm excited to see how that one turns out. I did actually take an Instax photo and measure it out so I know that those will fit in there. And then I just wrote each month in each space. And this is my final page for the initial setup pages before we get into the monthlies. So I just wanted to end it with another quote. And it just says, "Let's get shit done." So that is what I'm trying to do this year. So really, I've just been practicing calligraphy a lot lately. I find it really relaxing and I love it. So I used a whole lot of cursive writing, probably more than I ever have since like 2nd grade, but I'm really enjoying it. And that is why I was into these quote pages as well. They were actually like some of my favorite pages to make. And again, I figured out this quote and layout on my own. I didn't like steal the picture from anything. I just, made it up. So it's pretty fun to be creative in this way again. So here is a flip through of all of my beginning pages for my bullet journal for 2020. Seeing everybody else's bullet journals and setups recently has been super inspiring to me. So I'm really excited to join this little community and, work on myself and be more creative in this way. I feel like I've kind of let my artistic side go. I know I do makeup a lot, but I also really like writing and drawing. So I'm really looking forward to having this space for myself again, and I am happy to share anything that happens if you guys are interested in seeing it. So hopefully you got some inspiration out of this as well, and I hope you have the best year in 2020. I did do a January setup as well, so hopefully I can get that video up tomorrow or someday soon. I know by the time I post this, it's already after the 1st of the year, so you've probably already set up your bullet journal, but if you haven't, maybe this will spark your interest, and you don't have to start on the 1st of the year. You can start it at any time that you like, as long as you're going to use it. It doesn't really matter. So thank you again so much for watching. If you have any questions about bullet journaling or what it is, I encourage you to go check out the Bullet Journal YouTube channel here, as well as their website. They have a lot of great information on how to get more organized in a journal format. So thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.